What's up guys, Monster Review here, doing a review on the Xiaomi Dashcam. Now dashcams are really popular in Russia and almost every driver down there owns one. Some of the most viral dashcam videos come from Russia. For those of you who don't know what a dashcam is, it's a small little video recorder that sticks to your windshield via suction cup. It automatically starts recording when you turn your vehicle on and stops when you either turn off the car or get into an accident bad enough to trigger the shock sensors in the dashcam. Your videos are recorded onto a memory card and the videos can be viewed on the device if need be. Dashcams are starting to catch on in the United States. Many people try to take advantage of those they have wronged by trying to pin the blame on them. I know it's been done to me once. That's where a dashcam comes in handy. You have footage of the accident so you can show the authorities. This can really speed up the process of an accident investigation. If you're a fast and reckless driver, getting one of these might not do you any good. Apart from using it as evidence, you might be able to capture some footage that can make it viral on YouTube. So now that you understand what a dashcam is, finding one that works for you is the hard part. You see, there are many dashcams out there, and China hasn't really made it easier. They've made it a lot harder by copying legit dashcams and selling it all over the place. For example, look at the Novatech NT96650G1W dashcam. This one is legit, but if you search for it on Google, you're going to get back tons of results from eBay and Amazon with different prices. Each seller sells the same camera, but the name is different. That's because most of them are selling cheap replicas of the real one. There are so much replicas that getting the original is close to impossible. Usually the price would tell you. If you're paying $25 or less, then it's a fake. If it's $50, then you're more than likely getting the real thing. However, that's not the case anymore. Some sellers sell the fake for $50. I have here two different dashcams that are fake. This one was purchased on eBay for $13, and this one was purchased on iTech Deals for $25. Before I go on, let me mention iTech Deals capitalizes on selling products by misleading their consumers. These cheap fake dashcams are advertised as legit dashcams. They even list the $50 price tag, but claim they are slashing it 50%. What makes them even worse is that they don't accept refunds, so you'll get stuck with whatever you buy from them. And that's exactly what happened to me. One dashcam just takes horrible video quality, and the other one doesn't even work. I get a white screen, and their customer support is terrible. 2 weeks it took a rep named Anna to actually come up with a valid solution. Before she actually came up with the solution, she kept telling me that tech support would contact me further to help me with my problem. They never did. 3 times she told me they will, but no one ever contacted me. At the bottom of their email, you can rate their service. I filed it 4 times before Anna decided to actually be useful and activate an RMA number. So I would stay far away from them. At least on eBay and Amazon, you can dispute a sale if it feels like you were ripped off. Now, some of the problems you will face with the fake dashcams are blurry out of focus images, overexposed images, screen problems like this one, and freezing issues. The problem that plagues these fakes the most is the blurry and overexposed images. Another way you can spot these fakes is the firmware each one runs. You can have 4 different models and they will all run the same firmware. Now keep in mind that it is possible to pick up a fake that actually works pretty good. Here's a video of a fake dashcam bought off of eBay for $28. I returned it to the seller because the plastic screen melted in the hot car and warped. Turns out I should have kept it. Here's video footage from the fake one bought from iTech Deals. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and do an unboxing of the Xiaomi Dashcam purchased from GearBest. Alright, so then here's the box for the Xiaomi Dashcam. Looks something like Apple would package here. Let's go ahead and just fast forward through opening the box. You don't really need to see that. And here's the camera. Like I said, looks like something Apple would have packaged. Even Google now packs their items like this. So we just have the camera, the bare item. We'll just remove that, and underneath it we have the manual and the accessories. Let me take out the camera here and put it on the table. Here we got the screen. Let's set this aside right here. Here is the manual that's all in Chinese. We have the micro USB cable, and we have the power adapter and the mounting bracket. Just like this here. Alright, so camera, we have manual, 12-volt USB power. We can power 2 items. We have the mounting bracket that mounts on the windshield through a suction cup. And we have the micro USB cable. And it's pretty long, so you can hide the wire well. Alright, let me just open the manual and show you that it's all in Chinese, but you can easily translate this using the Google Translate app. Just take a picture and I'll translate it for you. So now we take a look at the camera. We see here the lens, which is an f1.8 lens. That's really good for night shots. Means that the aperture is open pretty wide. We have the bracket connector right here. This is where the bracket goes. This is the speaker, or it could be a vent, I don't know. And this is the micro SD plug, so you can power the camera. And this on the bottom here, this might be the speaker or also an air vent. Either the top or the bottom, one of them are the speaker, is the speaker. And this is where the SD card goes. And we look at the back here, we see the screen, beautiful screen, nice and big. And the buttons, we have the power and the settings button. We have the album button, the camera button, and the record button. And then right here we have the record and power light. And let me just put this adapter on, this mounting suction cup, so you can see how it fits. So it's not directly in the center of the camera, it's off to the right a little bit, but it's fine. You can still get it dead center in your car. Okay, so let me go ahead and fire this up and show you what happens. When you fire it up for the first time, you get this QR code. You'll scan it with your phone and it'll automatically download the app to your phone. Now, all the writings on this dash cam is in Chinese, but you can see here, you can pretty much make out what's what. This is the menu settings here. Okay, this is to select resolution, mute microphone, collision detection, sensitivity, ADS, Wi-Fi, and screen timeout. Then we got format SD card, reset dash cam, and the last one, which is about device. Alright, now let's go ahead and connect the app to it. So first thing you want to do is you want to go into your settings and you want to connect the Wi-Fi to the camera. The settings has the Wi-Fi name that the camera comes with default and what the password is. Go ahead and just enter your password. I already changed the default settings, so I renamed the camera and changed the password. So, but it comes with the default name and password. So now we can go ahead and we can launch the app. And then we hit this record button here and the camera comes on. See, we have a live view of the camera. And you can see it's pretty responsive. It's just like the GoPro or the Xiaomi action camera. Just as responsive. So through the app, we can change the settings for the camera. This is resolution, This is record on and off. This is collision detection sensitivity. This is timestamp. And this is logo. And then we have ADAS. We have Wi-Fi setting. We have screen timeout. We have model name, serial number, and last but not least, firmware version, and also an update button to update the firmware. So in the event that you come across something you don't understand, get Google Translate out and take a picture of what it is you want to translate. And Google Translate is very effective. As you can see here, it translates this as collision detection. So that means this is our collision detection setting. So definitely do this if you need help. So what are the specs? We have a 2.7-inch LCD display screen, ADAS warning system, built-in Wi-Fi for sharing, made out of high-quality PC and ABS material that's shockproof. We have a 240 milliamp lithium polymer battery. We have a YA12 dual core plus DSP enhanced WDR 3D noise reduction CPU. We have a video resolution of 1080p at 60 or 30 frames per second. A micro SD card slot with a maximum of 64 gigabyte. That's not included in the package. Wi-Fi standard of 802.11n. And we have a f1.8 165 degree wide view angle. Wireless encryption support for WEP, WPA, and WPA2. Video compression of H.264. We have an output power of 5 volts and 1 amp through micro USB. We have a power consumption of 3 watts maximum. A display resolution of 426 by 240 on the LCD screen. The language is only in Chinese. We have a built-in G sensor, high precision 6-axis sensor, and we have support for both Android and iOS. So you can see that this little dash cam is packed with goodies. I mean, just looking at the video resolution, you see it has the same resolution as those expensive dash cams from makers like Garmin, but it's $100 less. In fact, this dash cam has more features than the Garmin, such as accepting up to 64 gigabyte in memory opposed to 32, and also supporting ADAS, although its helpfulness is questionable. The Xiaomi Dashcam is an excellent buy if you're looking for a good dash cam under $100. First off, it's very sleek and modern looking, yet plain as to not to draw too much attention to itself. Most dash cams on the market are plain, black, and square. Good for blending in with your car, but friends and family members who spot it want to know what the hell is that ugly thing. Now, Xiaomi first made a name for itself when they decided to build a cheaper copy of the Hero GoPro camera. It was a smashing hit with people who wanted an action camera but didn't want to pay $200, $300 for. The Xiaomi matched the GoPro in usability, quality, video res, and functionality, although some GoPro fanatics would say the quality on the Hero is slightly better. In the Dashcam community, some people preferred using the Xiaomi Action Cam as a dashcam because of how affordable it was and how amazing the video quality turned out. I was on the path of doing the same thing until I came across an article that mentioned Xiaomi was actually getting into the dashcam market. You could actually pre-order it and get it as soon as February 20th. So that's exactly what I did. I had pre-ordered it back in December and I just got it about a month ago. But how does it perform? Well, just like their action camera, this dashcam does not disappoint. The video quality is amazing, even at 30 frames per second. The 1.8 aperture lens lets in enough light through the lens so night shots look amazing with no image noise whatsoever. Although there is so much audio noise going on in the vehicle when you're moving, the camera does a great job at eliminating unwanted noise. If you don't want sound, you can easily mute the microphone. It's really easy to operate. Just like the other dash cams, it automatically comes on and starts recording when the car is started. The Wi-Fi works well. You can easily connect the dash to your smartphone and use the app to tweak the settings and download videos and pictures captured by the device on your phone. Now, this camera also has ADAS, Advanced Driving Assistance System. but the usability is questionable. First off, it doesn't always work. Sometimes it comes on, most times it doesn't. But it never comes on when you're drifting out of your lane. But it sometimes will come on when you're changing lanes. I'll be parked and the lane detection would come on every now and then, even though the vehicle isn't moving. And forget the forward collision detection, that never works no matter how close you get to a car. Now, the bad thing about ADAS is that it can only be turned on when you're recording at 30 frames per second. Since 60 frames per second is much more smoother in playback, I highly recommend skipping the ADAS and just turning on 60 frames per second. Because all in all, the ADAS just doesn't work and is completely useless. Not to mention the warning is in Chinese, just like everything else on the Dashcam and app. It's not hard to figure out what's what, but if you need a little help, like I said, I recommend using Google Translate to take a picture of either the camera or the app, and it will translate it for you. It actually does a really good job, as you saw, and I had an idea of what I was doing, but I always fell back on the Google Translate app to help me out. And that's my full review on the Xiaomi Dashcam. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this was helpful.